Good evening, team. This is Coach Bruce at the Riles Legacy Group. We want to say thank you to everyone who's been listening all this week while we're talking about life insurance, why life insurance is important. Now, we've been in the business for over 22 years. This is my mission. This is my call. This is what I do, um, even if they didn't pay me. Love to do it. Love to try and help families protect each other in case of the unforeseen death. Uh, it happens. People die old. People die because of heart attack. People die because of accidental gunshot. People die because of accidents in cars. Wasn't your fault, but it happened. No one knows the day nor the hour that death is going to call your name. But we want to continue in talking about that today. But before I get started, I want to go over a short book list, some advised reading, something that will be very, very helpful to you. Me as an entrepreneur, me as a person who has a number of businesses, this is something that you definitely want to tap into, and that is some great reading. Let me advise you about Jack Canfield. He wrote Soup for the Soul, millions and millions of copies sold. Him and Mark Victor Hansen and Les Hewlett wrote this book called Power of Focus, The Power of Focus. A lot of us start things but don't finish. A lot of us just don't stay in things long enough to see it manifest. A lot of us, again, start things, don't finish, but we need to stay focused so that we can get one project done, go on to the next project. If you're starting a business, personal goals, financial targets, these guys did a great job on the power of focus. As you see, I have it tapped off because I go back to it constantly because it's a great read. All right. Also, Danny Tooch wrote the book called The Big Idea. The Big Idea. If you have any idea that you want to get off the ground, this guy gives empirical examples of dreamers, visionaries who have started businesses, who have launched out on ideas where everybody thought they were crazy, thought they were ludicrous, but guess what? They went forward anyway and turned it into a big thing. So, great book. You definitely want to get a copy of that. The last book that I would advise is by T.D. Jakes. T.D. Jakes is not just a pastor, not just a bishop, but he is a businessman, okay? Don't get it twisted. He knows how to count his coins, all right? This book called Maximize the Moment, okay? When you have an opportunity, when you have an open door that someone gives you or the open door is opened up to you, you want to maximize that moment to the fullest, okay? Whatever it takes to increase your value, whatever it takes to make you ready for that moment, that's one thing he talks about. Prepare for the moment, because when the moment comes, you're able to maximize. All right, you're able to launch out. You're able to take advantage of that moment. Great read. Okay, so let us jump into it. We're going to talk about whole life insurance. What is whole life insurance? Whole life insurance is insurance that is designed for final expenses. It's designed for paying for the funeral, the casket, opening and closing the grave, the tombstone, preparing the body, all the different expenses that come with when a person dies and they want to have a funeral, they want to have a memorial service, and so forth. This is what it pays for, okay? Now, the reason why it's called whole life is because it's there for your whole life. It doesn't go away like term insurance. It has a premium that is paid for your whole life. So if you get the premium at age 45, at age 60, at age 70, at age 80, the premium stays the same and the insurance never goes away as long as you pay it each month. Now, I want to let you know, you want to be truthful on your application. Again, I say this, listen and listen well. You want to be truthful on your application, all right? The reason being is they have something called the MIB. That's the Medical Insurance Bureau, all right? The Medical Information Bureau. So they gather information from applications that you've made. So if you have made an application with another insurance company, I ask you, have you made an application with any other insurance company in the last 12 months? No, Mr. Riles, I have not. Okay, great. I take your word for it. I fill out the application. I pass it in. Guess what? They're going to contact the MIB. The MIB has the answers to the questions that were asked when you took out other insurance or applied for other insurance in the last 12 months. All right. Even if it's 2 years ago, guess what? The answers are there. So if you answer yes, I had a stroke on that application, but answer no here, they want to know why. Now, there are questions on the application where they ask, and I'll read from one of my larger companies that I use. I won't mention the names. It asks, had you in the last year been diagnosed with a heart attack, aneurysm, angina, or been advised to receive any surgeries for heart, bypass, angioplasty, stent replacement, and so forth? If you answer no to that, but then I say to you, well, can you please line up the medications that you're taking? And you line up all your medications, and one of those medications may be warfarin, Plavix, Coumadin. All of those medications are for blood thinning. And the only reason why they want to give you a blood thinner is because you've either had a stroke or heart attack, okay? Some kind of heart blockage, a tumor, an aneurysm, a blood clot. If you had one of those, they want to prevent that event from happening again. So they give you the blood thinners as a protection, as a tool to prevent that from happening again. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to be truthful on the application, okay? Because you want to make sure that they don't catch you on the other side. But if you're truthful, I can find different policies, different companies that will take you. Just tell me the truth on your weight. Tell me the truth on your height. Tell me the truth on if you're taking medication, because they're going to check your RX record and it's going to show up what medications that you're taking. Okay? So again, thank you so much for listening. I hope that this has been helpful to you. If you need any further information or assistance, if you need any quotes, you can call me, you can text me at 770-315-4714. You can also send me an email at ryleslegacygroup@gmail.com. All of this is listed below. Thanks a lot for listening. We'll talk to you soon.